Welcome back to Yoga for Wellness. My name is George Ethan Cox, your RYT 200-hour certified yoga instructor. And this is Bentley. He's my best buddy. He's going to be joining us today. He's the real yoga professional here. But with that being said, I'm so glad that you all are here today. We have an awesome practice. It's all focusing on Warrior 3. It's called Catching Some Air, which will help you with your balance. It's going to engage your core. It's going to help you utilize the breath work to maintain that balance and strengthen the legs. What you'll need for today's practice is, of course, a nice open space to work in. A mat is recommended. If you're not, a carpet or something that you feel comfortable working on will work perfectly. I also suggest if you do not have a block, you can use a book, but a couple of blocks is excellent, especially if you're brand new to yoga. This will just be a supportive tool and maybe a strap. Now we're going to be doing some deep stretches in the legs to start. So let's go ahead and grab our straps. If you don't have a strap handy, grab a towel or even a belt or a rolled up shirt that you don't mind stretching out. But make sure you go ahead and grab those things first before we get started so we can get the most of our practice. And of course, I want to thank you all I want to thank Wilkes Recovery Revolution for your partnership with Yoga with George Ethan. I couldn't do this without you, and I'm honored to get to share my practices because of our partnership. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you all for joining in. Let's go ahead and get started right away. And funny enough, we're going to start on our backs. What? Who starts on their backs when they're practicing yoga? Well, today we are, and it's just because we're going to kind of inverse our perspective of Warrior 3. So take your time getting here. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And just make sure you feel nice and flush with the mat within your back. And a good way to do so is to bend your knees. And that helps your low back flush in with the mat. From here, we're going to just start with the breath. Take your left hand, place it over the heart space, right hand right below the navel. And let's just begin with a nice big breath in through the nose. And exhale out. Feel yourself sinking deeper into the mat, noticing the support of the ground beneath you. Let's take another breath together in through the nose. And another exhale through the mouth. Feeling your shoulder blades heavy against the mat beneath you. Feeling and noticing the places beneath you that meet your body. And feeling completely and totally supported here. Let's continue our breath nice and deeply. As you inhale, notice the rise of air filling your body using your palms. So inhale together now. And exhale out. Letting go of your day so far. Putting aside the to-do lists and expectations for the day and for this practice. Remove all expectations. Simply allow yourself this time to be present. And also, I will cue your breaths, but the main focus here is to use your breath work, A, to move you from A to B, from pose to pose, and B, to carry you from moment to moment. And what that means is when your mind begins to wander, when you start to feel that you might have some holding either in your body or your breath, return your mindset to your breath, and it will carry you through this practice. All right, together again, we're going to breathe a few more deep breaths in, just taking stock of how we feel at this present moment. And exhale. We'll do two more. Inhale in, feel the rise of the hands. And and out. Last one. Nice big breath, biggest breath you've had all day. And exhale it all out. Beautiful. If you have a strap or something of the like, go ahead and grab it here. We're going to do some leg stretches. Hi, Bentley. Step aside for just a moment, buddy. He's adorable, you guys. If you don't look at me, you can look at him. But just allow my voice to guide you, but peek if you need to. So grab your strap. We're going to begin keeping both of our knees bent like so. We're going to start with the right leg and just gently kick it up to the sky. So there's a few options here. You can interlace your fingers behind the thigh and pull this leg towards you, towards your heart center with your thigh. If you're feeling comfortable with that, you can raise your palms up to your shin and pull it further. But the main thing also is to keep your toes nice and engaged here. Keep your foot active to protect the knee. So pull that gently towards your body here. Breathing in and out. Another option here is to take your strap. If both were too advanced, take your strap and just pull it with your strap towards your heart center. It doesn't have to be anything exciting, or it's not a competition. It's all about getting the most out of your stretch. You can even take the strap, wrap it around your shin and pull it towards your heart. Or even take your foot and wrap it around your foot and pull it towards you. Have a light bend at the knee. It doesn't have to be straight. We don't want it to hurt your joints here. Breathe in, breathe out, and begin to lower that left leg, straightening it, starting at a hover, keeping both feet engaged here. Inhale in, exhale out. Gently allow that left foot to meet the floor or mat beneath you, keeping the right foot up in the air. Breathe deep. Alrighty. Now, you can either keep where you are and continue the stretch, or you can allow your arms to float up beyond your head, palms parallel, as we engage in a supine warrior 3. See what I'm doing here? This is going to be the position we find ourselves in an upright pose a little later. But for now, we're practicing on the floor just to get our body used to the sensations. And it's also good for redirecting blood flow from the bottom parts of our body to the top. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to lower the foot and bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment of gratitude. Inhale in, exhale out. Now, place your palms back on the mat. Bring your knees bent again, feet flat on the mat. This time we're going to gently kick the left foot up into the air. You could use your strap, grab it if you need, or interlace those fingers behind the thigh or the shin. Inhale and exhale. Take a few deep breaths here at your own pace, just noticing the rise and fall of the chest and belly as you breathe. And as you exhale, maybe you play around with hugging the lower ribs into your body here. So you inhale, exhale, hug those low ribs in, draw the navel in towards the spine, and repeat. Continue your breath, and on your next exhale, we're going to allow that right foot this time to straighten and hover over the mat here. Couple breaths. Keeping both feet engaged, not pushing too hard or pulling too hard on the leg here. Next exhale, allow that right foot to completely release to the mat or floor beneath you. Continue your breath. If you are okay in this position, and you can stay here if that's what you choose, we're going to inhale, exhale out. Release the fingertips and reach your hands up and away from the torso. Parallel, feet stay engaged. Pressing your bottom foot into an imaginary wall as well as the top foot. Supine Warrior 3. Breathe in and out. Draw those low ribs in, engage the core. Breathe. Notice the sensation. And then exhale, allow that left foot to float down. Very nice. All right, bend those knees one more time. Give your knees a hug, so squeeze those knees in towards the chest. Inhale, exhale, draw your nose up towards the knees. They don't have to touch. Inhale in, feel expansion. Exhale, draw those low ribs in. Inhale and exhale, release. Keep your knees where they are. Open your arms out wide and supine twist to the left. Kind of giving our spine a little twist here. Just you can have your arms out wide or in goalpost arms like so, or they can be called cactus arms. You can bring your gaze over to the right if you choose, but that's optional. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, draw the low ribs in, draw the navel in towards the spine. Very nice. Bring your knees back to center. We'll continue on to the right side. So allow your knees to fall gently to the right, keeping your arms where they are. Allow your left shoulder to stay or reach towards the mat here. Breathe into the belly and out. One more time. Filling yourself up with air. And exhale, release. Bring yourself back to center. Give yourself one more big hug. And we'll release everything to the mat. Find yourself rolling over nice and smoothly here. And we will take our time as we meet on all fours here in tabletop position. Let's go ahead with a bit of cat-cow to find some spinal flexion and move away the straps for now. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the belly. Bring your gaze forward, hips up high. Exhale, we're going to draw the navel in and up to create an arch with our backs, drawing our hips down and chin to chest. All right, continue at your own pace, using your inhale for cow pose and exhale for cat. Take your time, waking up our spine here. And if you find that you need to bump your hips a little to one side and another, find something that you really find that feels good, play with that a little bit. But use your breath to guide you. Alrighty. Now, make sure your fingertips are nice and wide like starfish. Bring yourself back to neutral if you haven't already. And a good way to do so is to engage the core. And from here, with knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, we're going to start with the left side. Pressing firmly into your 5 fingertips, 5 knuckles, we're going to extend our left hand, keeping our head nice, our crown, reaching through our crown, neck nice and long, shoulder blades pull back just slightly. We're going to slide our back foot, our right foot back, and then kick it up. So it's all left arm and left leg are parallel to the floor. Draw in those navels here. Inhale in, claw into those fingertips, and exhale, not curling under. We're going to reach our right knee to right elbow, right or in left elbow to left leg or left hip. Now inhale, we're going to elongate it once more, engage that core, inhale, and then exhale. Now we round it through. Think cat. We got 3 of those sets. Inhale, extend, reach, exhale, left elbow to left hip, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale, curl the back, reach, reach, reach. One more, we got this. Inhale, reach. We're going to engage this core today. We're going to feel alive. Right knee to right elbow to left hip. Inhale, reach, and exhale, round it through, squeeze and lift, and release. Ha. So if you need to roll through that right wrist, go for it. And we're going to repeat on the right side this time. I guess it depends on what part of your body you're talking about. Right hand this time. So reset as you need. We're going to take an inhale in and out. Claw into those left fingertips, press into the left knuckles. We're going to extend that left foot and lift, press into the top of the back foot to support, and then extend our right hand. Inhale, find a reach, plug in those shoulder blades, and then exhale, right knee to right hip, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, and then exhale, round it through. Think cat pose. Squeeze and lift. Press into the top of that back foot. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, right elbow to right hip, left knee to left elbow. Engaging those obliques. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round it through. We're working that core. You got this. Last one, you guys. Inhale, reach. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Exhale, right elbow, right hip, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, reach. The very last part. And then curl it under. Draw the core up and release. Beautiful. We did a great job, you guys. Go ahead and roll that opposite wrist this time if that feels good. And then we're going to take our right foot in a 90-degree angle and kick it up. And exhale, draw in and through for our low lunge. So we're going to inhale, lift our heart space, be nice and light on the fingertips. And we're going to practice something I learned recently. We're going to use our inhale to straighten that right leg into a runner's lunge. Then exhale, bend into that knee. And you can have the option to stay low, like so, or you can stay low on that back knee or lift it up. We can inhale, straighten, using your hands to guide you. And if you want to use your blocks to bring the ground to you, you may. Exhale, bend in that front knee. Last one, inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Pull that right hip crease back. Beautiful. All right, my friends. From here, go ahead and lower that back knee. Place the top of your back foot down. Squeeze your legs into an imaginary line and keep your heart lifted. Look forward. Breathe light on your fingertips. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our hands forward, up and back to a crescent lunge. Kind of pull your right hip crease back Press firmly onto the back foot for support. Squeeze into that imaginary line with your thighs. Inhale, maybe you bring your gaze up, maybe not. And then exhale, paint a wall down to the blocks or mat. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring up that back knee, step or hop that back foot to meet the front into our first forward fold. First, we're just going to hang loose here. Bend your knees as generously as you'd like and sway gently side to side, finding a release in the low back. Shake your head, a little yes, a little no. Maybe you grab hold of each elbow and sway gently one side and another. Just breathe. Fantastic. Release the hands. Inhale to slide your hands up your shins, up your thighs. Reach your crown of the head away from your tailbone. Nice long neck. Squeeze those shoulder blades and exhale, we fold. Forward fold. Keep those knees bent. We're going to inhale, slowly roll it up to Tadasana. Palms facing forward, heart lifts, engage the pelvic floor. Your next exhale, draw the rib cage, or give your rib cage a hug in. On your next inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, hands parallel. Maybe baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift. Option to keep your hands on your thighs or on your shins or even the floor if you wish, as long as you can keep that nice long neck here. And exhale, fold. Plant the palms, bring back one foot and another. We'll lower all the way down to our bellies. Allow your forehead to kiss the mat. Squeeze your elbows in together. Inhale, look forward, cobra. Exhale, release. Press up to all fours or plank. And we will meet, not in down dog this time, but we will next time. We're going to meet in all fours. We're going to kick up the left foot this time like we did the right. Draw that knee in towards the nose and place it in between the palms for our next low lunge. Option here to lift up the back knee, but that is totally optional. We're going to lift our heart space, be light on the fingertips, use the blocks if needed. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend. Squeeze your legs into that imaginary line. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Front knee over front ankle. Last one. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Beautiful. Again, we want to lower that back knee again. Press firmly into the top of the back foot. Inhale, reach your arms forward, up and back. Crescent lunge. Keep your legs engaged. Heart lifts. Breathe. Maybe on your next inhale, bring your gaze upward. Inhale in and exhale, paint a wall down. All right, my friends. Inhale, lift the back knee, step or hop to meet at the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Squeeze in those shoulder blades. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Reach the hands up high. Exhale, hands float down to meet at the heart center. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Take a breath. Notice where the weight of your body goes on your feet. Is it in all four corners of the feet? A good way to tell if your weight distribution is in all four corners of the feet is if you can lift your toes off the mat. Let's see if you can do that without looking down. If you do, that's fine. Awesome work. Inhale, swoop the arms forward, up and back once again, baby back bend. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, bring back one foot and another, lower to cobra. Squeeze the elbows in, inhale, look forward. Exhale, release, allow your forehead to kiss the mat, press up to all fours or to plank. And this time, we'll raise our hips up towards the sky and meet in down dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. Bringing down one heel and another. Making sure the arm creases are facing the front of the mat. And you're pressing into all 10 fingertips, all 10 knuckles to bring the pressure away from the wrists. Take a few breaths here. Heart reaches towards the knees. Nice long spine from crown of the head to the tailbone. All right. Anchor down on the left heel. We're going to slide nice and smoothly the right foot all the way up to three-legged dog. Inhale in. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the chest. Look forward and plant the foot in between the palms. Go ahead and pivot that back foot and squeeze those legs in together into an imaginary line. Swoop that arms forward, up and back. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Bend, see how if you can bend a little deeper into that front knee. If not, that's fine. Just focus your heart on lifting, your core engaged. As you exhale, draw those ribs in. On your exhale, relax the shoulders. Breathe deeply. Always return to the breath. Inhale in, lift your heart a little more, and then exhale, open wide. Warrior two, bend in the front knee. Beautiful. Maybe you open your stance a little more depending on where you are today. Pull those pinkies back and gaze past your front index finger. Head over your heart. Your heart is over your pelvis. Doing beautifully. Now, let's play here. We're going to inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, straighten that front knee. Exhale, lower. Front knee over front ankle. Reach a little further with the front palm. Drop the back. Flip the front palm up and over as you exhale to reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Inhale in. Exhale. Bring it all the way back down to your lunge. Unpivot that back foot. We're going to kick the step or hop the back foot to meet the front and forward fold. Now grab your blocks. This is where it's recommended here. So if you don't have blocks, books will do excellent work here. And so you can have, we're going to do a little bit of warrior three prep. And a good way to do that here is while in forward fold, we have the support of our blocks. And if you feel comfortable, you can do it on the floor. So as we started with the right foot before, we're going to continue again by raising the right foot or sliding it back to start. Maybe just leaving your big toe on the mat. Peek if you need to. Using your hands to support you. Pressing into all four corners of the front foot. Maybe you play around with lifting the toe off the mat, just bouncing it a little bit. Keep a little gentle bend in the front knee. It doesn't have to stay perfectly straight. And avoid collapsing into that hip. Keep your hips aligned. Breathe. Maybe you find a little lift. Bring yourself back into the visualization from where we started in that first pose. Keep those toes engaged. Inhale, exhale, bring it back all the way down, feet together. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift your version. Exhale, fold. Roll it all the way up. Inhale, reach your hands up high. Exhale, give yourself a clap. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Notice how you feel. You're feeling warm. You're feeling alive today. Inhale, draw your hands back up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your version. Exhale, plant the palms, bring back one foot and another. Option to lower to cobra or chaturanga to upward facing dog. And we will meet again in down dog. If you're in cobra, press up to all fours and then meet in down dog. If you were in up dog, go straight to down dog. Breathe. Awesome. Anchor the right foot, right heel down this time and slide the left foot up. Three-legged dog. We're getting those hamstring stretches today, my friends. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, look forward, and plant the foot in between the palms. Pivot that back foot, and we're going to inhale, reach our arms forward, up and back for warrior one. Heart lifts, engage the core, draw those rib cages in, give it a hug. Relax the shoulders on your exhale. Keep a little buoyancy in that front knee. Squeezing those legs together, pressing firmly into that back pinky toe. Pulling those thumbs back. One or two more breaths here, my friends. You're doing great. We're building strength in our legs. We're building endurance by using our breath. Inhale in. Exhale, open wide. Warrior two. Feel the rush of the energy go through your arms as you lower them. Keep your arms nice and open. Pinky pulls back. Gaze past your index finger. Keep a little buoyancy here. Maybe you open your stance if you wish. Breathe. I can't help but feel a little tranquil whenever I'm in this pose. Just feel like I'm balancing the scales of life right here. That's just how I feel, but to each their own. Just use your breath, keeping your head over your heart over your pelvis. As we breathe, we're going to bring our inhale to straighten that front knee. Exhale to bend deeper. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Last one, inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Reach a little forward, drop the back hand, flip the front palm, inhale up and over. Peaceful warrior. Bring your gaze up. Maybe your right hand rests on your right thigh or wraps around behind you. Press into all four corners of that front foot. You got that. You got this. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down, 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 back into our lunge. Next step, you bring your back foot up to meet the front and bring your feet together, really together, and grab your blocks. Forward fold. Breathe. As we go into Warrior 3 Prep Part 2, the left side. This will feel a little funky. I know everyone's got one side that feels a little more weird than the other. So just use your tools, use your blocks. Don't feel like it has to be perfect. The fact is, that's why they call it practice. This is just getting your body used to moving on the mat, getting accustomed to new sensations, and using your breath to guide it. Breathe in, breathe out. Awesome. So from here, we're going to find your palms, focus on all four corners of that right foot, and begin to slide that back foot back. Keeping maybe just that big toe on the mat to start. Maybe this is it. Keep a little light buoyancy in the right knee, or at least a gentle bend. Maybe you play with lifting that back toe up off the mat to start. Just bouncing, experimenting, playing around. Maybe you find a little flight here in the back leg. If you want a little more, if you're already off the block and you want a little bit more balance practice, you can play with placing one palm on your shin and the other. So you get a little balance practice as we're going into this Warrior 3 prep. Breathe deep. Keep those back toes engaged. Keep using your breath. to carry you from moment to moment. When your mind begins to wander, return to the breath. 3, 2, 1, and bring it all back in. Forward fold. Beautiful work. Inhale, we'll halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the hands way up high. Exhale, hands float down to the heart center. Beautiful. And take a few breaths here. You deserve it. Just notice how you feel in the present moment. Keep your sternum lifting to meet your thumbs, hugging your ribs in as you exhale, relaxing those shoulders as you exhale. Head over your heart, heart over your pelvis. Beautiful. You're doing great, my friends. Alrighty. So bring yourself now to the very center of your mat. We're going to keep our feet together, really together. We're going to start with our hands at our sides here. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, draw the navel in, draw the rib or hug in the low ribs. And we're going to start by sliding the back toes back just a hair. Keep those blocks nearby, or if you're feeling really like you need some support today, which is totally cool, maybe practice this by a wall or a chair or a person that will support you. Whatever that works for you. Maybe we practice with tapping that big toe, but we want to keep that heart lifted, arms parallel in line with the ears here. Maybe we begin like we're looking down into a pool of water here. Begin lifting that back foot just a hair more, keeping our heart engaged, our heart open, our core engaged. Gentle bend at the knee, not generous, but just gentle enough so it doesn't cave in. Pull those thumbs up. We are lifting our thumbs up, lifting our heels up like our foot is in an imaginary wall. Breathe. If you begin to feel shakiness, that is normal. That means your body's alive. Breathe. Use your breath, and we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, with control, lower the hands. Bring your foot back to the other one, and shake it out the left foot. And you deserve that. Whoo! We're feeling awake today. And we just caught ourselves some air. Let's try it again on the other side. Once again, bring your feet together, really together. Zip it up through this line here in our legs. Engage the pelvic floor. Engage our core. We're going to inhale, swoop the arms forward, up and back. Exhale, relax the shoulders. This time, we're going to slide the left toes back, just a hair. Keeping our hearts lifted, our core engaged, playing around with tapping that big toe behind us. Gentle bend at the right knee or micro bend at the right knee. Maybe your head begins to peer forward, keeping the neck nice and long. Peer forward like we're peering into a pond of water. Keeping those thumbs nice and lifted here. Shoulders engaged. Breathe. Here's where your breath really comes in to carry you. Use your breath. Nice, smooth, long, deep breaths. You're feeling that shake. You're feeling that life here. Maybe this is where you grab hold to that chair or wall if that is what suits you, or block. Maybe you feel wobbly. That is fine. Bring yourself back to the breath. We're going in for 5, 4, 3. You got this. Engage the core. 2, 1, bring it all back with control to the center of your mat. Shake the right foot out. You deserve it. And we caught some air today. Well done. We are going to bring ourselves to the center of the mat, facing the longer edge this time. Bring your feet a little wider than hip width. And we're just going to bring our hips side to side, being very loose in the knees, nice and easy. Use your breath here. Just get a nice smooth breath flow going. This might seem a little weird at first, but follow along. We're just kind of getting loose after having our legs so stagnant. We're going to do a little knocking on heaven's door, as Yoga with Adrian would call it. I like this because this kind of helps revitalizes after what we just put our body through. It's intense, I'm not going to lie, but the perspective of this is to bring strength into the body and to utilize using your breath. And also at the same time, it invigorates the heart rate, which brings in fresh blood flow into different places. So, knocking on heaven's door. Begin by using your nose to carve a line left and right. Allow your arms to hang loose. Maybe you get a little slap on one side and another. Maybe you find a rhythm. You inhale one side, exhale to the other, or you inhale one full cycle and exhale a full cycle. Use what you need here. This is your practice. Maybe you practice with increasing the tempo here just a little bit. We're keeping our knees loose to protect ourselves here. I know we are on that cusp of this looks ridiculous, but it's at those moments we have those aha moments where we kind of bring life into perspective here. This might be a little silly, but it kind of revitalizes the mindset too. We're going in for 5. See if you can go a little faster. 4. Getting a ridiculous amount of speed maybe. 3, 2, 1, and slow it down. Yes, you're feeling your breath here. You're feeling awake. You're feeling a little silly, and you're feeling, and that's a wonderful thing. All right, my friends, I think it's time that we bring ourselves back to the floor. So take your time getting here, nice and slowly, with love. We're going to go into all fours here. You can keep the blocks or move them aside. It's up to you, but we're going into pigeon legs here. So all fours. Going to kick up that back foot and exhale, draw the knee into the nose, and then cross that front leg near parallel to the front of the mat. If your foot is closer to your body, that is fine. If you need to take your block and place it underneath your right hip, go for it. But bring back the back foot just a bit so it will better suit you. Start with your heart lifted. Find your breath. This is really good stretch in the glutes after working them on those warrior 3s. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to walk your torso closer and closer to the mat. Bringing your elbows down to start. Maybe this is where you are here. Maybe you can cross your arms, make a little pillow for your forehead as we fold into this pigeon posture. Breathe into your right hip. Breathe into your front left hip flexor. Maybe you sway your forehead one side and another, giving your forehead a little massage. If you want a little more, you can extend the arms out and long in front of you, keeping focus on opening your heart space and breathing into your shoulder blades here. Beautiful. When you're ready, go ahead and walk yourself back up. Use your back foot to kind of walk your knee closer to your body again and unwind. use a cat or cat and cow in between if you wish. And if that is not what you're feeling today, go ahead and kick your left foot back up. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose and cross that left foot and begin to walk the right back. You might feel one side of this stretch is a bit more either intense or just different than the other one. And that's okay. Again, option to put the block underneath your hip if that's what you choose. Demonstration like so. Begin to keep first by keeping your heart lifted. And when you're ready, begin to walk your heart space back down to the mat, beginning to start on your elbows. And again, you don't have to have your leg completely parallel to the short edge of the mat. It's wherever you are today. Maybe use your hands as a pillow, or maybe you extend your arms out long. Give your forehead a little massage like we did before. Breathe into those shoulders. Breathe into the left hip and the right hip flexor. Pressing into the back foot, the top of the back foot. Feel supported in where the body meets the floor beneath you. Or if we're practicing outside today, if the earth, where your body meets the earth. Continue your breath. Breathe into those tight spaces and find release with each exhale. When you're ready, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and walk it back. Bring your back foot to walk your knee closer to the body so you can unravel. We will meet on our bums. Have a seat, legs nice and long in front of you. Toes engaged. Staff pose. Think nice and tall on the spine. Hands beside you, lifting the heart. And exhale. Start by bringing the right knee in, right foot over the left leg. And we're going to bring our right palm behind us. We're going to wrap our left arm around our right knee here, keeping your heart nice and lifted. We're going to inhale, find length in the crown. Exhale, draw the navel in and bring your gaze beyond the right shoulder. Keep your heart lifted. Lift and lengthen in the spine. Exhale, core engages, deepen the twist. Last one, inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, unravel and switch. Go ahead and bring your left foot over the right. Wrap your right hand behind. Exhale, draw the navel in and up and find your twist. Gazing past your left shoulder. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then unravel. Gorgeous. Alrighty. Last bout of core work for the So put your hands at your side. Heart lifts. We're going to bend the knees to start. And we're going to play here. We're going to start by lifting just one leg up parallel to the floor. Place it down. We're going to switch and lift the left leg up parallel to the ground and place it down. Now we're going to lift the right leg again and then the left. This might be your boat pose. That is perfectly cool and groovy. Maybe we just practice tapping one at a time. Maybe we bring one in closer to the heart and straighten the other and switch. We inhale through the transition and exhale as we straighten and bend. If you want, you can keep it hovered. Keep your heart open and open your hands like so. Peek if you need. You feel a little shakiness here. Your heart's awake, or your heart's alive. Your body's awake. Maybe you inhale to straighten and exhale, bring your knees into the chest. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, bring the knees in the chest. One more. Inhale to straighten. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Exhale, bring it all in. Beautiful. Scoot your bums forward. Grab hold of the thighs and gently roll it back. Beautiful work, my friends. Alrighty. We're going to give ourselves a little love. Shimmy the shoulders in and under the heart space. Press firmly into the mat and bring your feet flat on the mat and your low back flush with the mat, like we did to start. Pressing firmly into our mat, we're going to inhale, roll the tailbone up. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. We're just doing a bridge pose, and it doesn't have to be the highest bridge around, but it's a bridge nonetheless. Breathe in, squeeze the glutes, and then as you exhale, I want you to, as you're rolling down, I want you to notice and feel each vertebrae as you roll down, giving yourself a little love, a little massage here. Beautiful. Try it one more time. We're going to inhale, lift up the tailbone into our bridge pose. Squeeze and lift. And then exhale, gently and slowly roll it down. Awesome. Bring your knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug here. Maybe take your knees into little circles to give your low back a massage. Maybe go in for one more supine twist, elongating the arms, keeping those knees bent and folding over to the left to start. Gaze to the right. Take a few breaths here. Okay, and we switch here. Using your core, draw in to bring your legs back up. We're going to lower to our right side. And breathe. All right, back to center. Okay, my friends. Here's a little yoga freestyle time for you before we enter our Shavasana. You have several options here. You can repeat one of the postures or poses from earlier. You could do a little bit more rotating of the knees. You could go into pigeon legs. You can enter into a supine cobbler's pose with your hands on your navel and noticing the air as you inhale and exhale. You can bring yourself into happy baby, kicking one foot up at a time while lengthening the tailbone down and away from your head. You can go into legs up the wall pose, just to inverse the blood flow. So many options you can go into. I'm going into happy baby. That's my personal favorite. I am biased, but I just think it's a really good way to show your hamstrings a little love here after Warrior 3 practice. For your breath. And take as much or as little time as you need here before we enter into our Shavasana. Do what you have to. Fun fact about yoga is it was originally intended to help induce a meditative mindset before entering meditation, because the mind tends to wander and it tends to be more active and distracting. But the movements that yoga induces help settle the mind and the heartbeat to help easier transition into meditation. Bring your legs together, give them one more hug. And as they fall gently to the mat, allow one leg to slide off the mat and then the other. Allow your hands to release at your sides. Maybe shimmy your shoulder blades in and under the heart center. And allow your gaze to either soften or your eyes close. Allow yourself some time here with me to observe the breath, observe how you feel, to bask in the nutrients of this practice. And if anything, to allow your body stillness and to just be. Just notice how you feel. Just notice. And I'll conclude in a moment. All right, my friends. Bring your awareness back into the space. Allow a gentle stir in the fingers and toes. Maybe allow yourself a gentle sway of the head one way and another. We bring our knees to bend here and gently fall to one side, maybe using our arm as a pillow. And then we press up to seated to meet in this position here to conclude in gratitude. We bring our palms together at our heart center. We thank ourselves for showing up for practice today, taking the time to utilize our breath and to be part of this community. I implore you to keep practicing if it's not with me, but use yoga to help you through your day-to-day life. It's surely helped me. And I'm grateful to get to share what I've learned with you all every week. So in conclusion, we can thank ourselves or thank the world for anything in this moment. But namaste means the light in me sees and honors the light in you. So I bow to you and we say namaste. Thank you all for joining in. We have awesome classes every Saturday morning at 11 virtually on our Facebook pages. Make sure to check those out for more awesome content. If you have any questions or want to let us know anything, please be sure to comment our video or reach us out on our Facebook pages. It's an honor to get to serve you on my mat from here, and I hope to see you all again next week. Catch you again next time. Have a great week, you guys.